All right, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Yoga Therapy. Today on Saturday is a special makeup day. So today we are again working with mind and emotions, and this is our last Sunday class for the term. So extra focus, and I thought I'd set as an intention Ananda, because this morning I was chanting the Brahma Ananda Valli with my teacher Radha in India, and got to almost the end of it. It's quite a long chant, but I thought I would do the first paragraph for you. Because today in a meditation, not today, this past week in a meditation, I asked myself, how do we link to this formless, nameless aspect of the divine called Brahman? How do we connect to something that doesn't have a name and doesn't have a form? So the answer I got was by going within, and that's what makes it personal. So I asked my teacher Radha about this morning, and she said, yes, that's what the Vedas say. We have to go from the physical layer to the pranic layer, to the mental layer, to the personality, and eventually we get to that Ananda, that joy, endless joy, bliss, which means we're very, very close to our Purusha, our soul. So that's my goal today, is to have you all an experience of endless joy. Let's see how we do. So inhale, arms coming up, radiating like the sun. You can arch the back or not. And exhale, arms coming down through that radiance all around you. That radiance emanating out of the heart, the soul, the Purusha, the stillness within you. Think of all of us as one spark of light within that endless light that links us together. Starting to add a ha breath. Just keep going. I'm going to let someone in. Adding some humming, Brahmari, going a little deeper. Keep this going. Now adding Om if you like, visualizing that radiance of the sun emanating out of the heart. Do this in your own timing as you exhale. Inhale, arms coming up, coming onto the toes if you like. Exhale, hands through the center, bending the knees, looking at your feet. Just keep this going your own timing. Again, you can visualize the radiant sun as you inhale and exhale. If you like, you can visualize a waterfall coming down from the top of the head, all the way down the front, sides, and backs of the body. Ujjayi pranayama, constricting the throat, making that oceanic sound if you can. You can always add that ha sound or humming or oming if that works for you better to help you lengthen the breath, stretching nice and long as you inhale and then exhale through the center. Inhale, filling up with prana, energy. Radiance. Exhale, letting go of obstacles, letting go of the malas of the mind, the toxins of the mind, the ama of the body, toxins in the body. And just finishing up your last one, the hands at the heart. Inhale, arms at the side. Exhale, hands to the belly. Inhale, arms at the sides. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, if it's comfortable, arms coming up, looking slightly up, otherwise just do shoulder height. If this hurts your neck, exhale. Hands coming all the way down, back to the belly. Just do that again. This first one, you can keep your arms lower if you like. Inhale at hip height. Exhale, hands to the belly. Inhale, shoulder height, palms up or down or facing towards me. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, expanding your vision, that hallelujah position, if you can do it. And exhale, grounding all the way down with the waterfall. One more round. Constricting the throat, Ujjayi pranayama. Nodding the head up and down if that feels good, or keeping the head neutral, depending on your neck. Standing in your samastiti, placing your hands on your heart, perhaps making an intention related to Ānanda, that endless joy, which is said to be our natural state by the yogis. And I'm sure all of us, at least at one point in our lives, have experienced that feeling of just peace and joy without any effort, that comes from within, not based on an outer experience. Though an outer experience might link us to it. For example, dancing, listening to music, a wonderful conversation. So it could be, may I be filled with endless joy. Say this in your own way. When you're ready, we're going to move into some warriors. Coming to the back of the mat, bringing the left foot forward, right foot turned out. Just make sure you've got enough room around you to bring your arms to the sides. So inhale, you're going to bring your arms to the side, and you can pick any of those heights we've worked on. Okay. Whatever one works for you. Inhale, arms to the side at a height that feels good, palms facing forward or up or down. Notice what feels better in your shoulders. And exhale, hands coming down. Let's keep this going. If you like, you can add hands coming to the heart or to the belly below the navel. You like adding that visualization of the radiant sun. You like adding a hold after inhale. About half the length of your inhale. Just finishing up, going to the other side when you feel ready. And any height of the arms that feels good, and play with the position of the palms. Palms facing in front, or they can be down, or they can be up. Inhale and exhale, hands to the belly or to the heart. And hold after inhale, you could affirm your intention. For example, may I be filled with endless joy, some version of that. You could simply just say Ananda. And just finishing up after you've done around 6. Forward bend, feet parallel or together. Inhale, arms coming sides. Exhaling Om twice. Om. Om. Now clean up. Let's
do Om Namo. Sounds like this. Om Namo. As you exhale. Om Namo. Inhale, coming up. Again, Om Namo. Om Namo. Om Namo Namaha. 2 times. Om Namo Namaha. Ha. See if you can draw the belly in. Ha sound. Inhale up. Exhale, chant. Om Namo Namaha. Stay at the bottom. Notice how you feel. Om Namo Namaha. Om Namo. Similar to saying Namaste, Namaskaram, Nama, Namo. I surrender. I honor. So Namaste, I honor you. I honor that in you, which is the same as that in me. That Brahman, endless joy, perfect peace, passes all understanding. Only be experienced, not understood, the mind. Direct knowing, direct experience. Ready? Coming up. Finding your samsthiti, remembering your heart, felt intention, your sankalpa, your promise to yourself. Great. So let's go into some side bends. We're going to be moving the body in all directions. First of all, inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Just doing this in your own time. Keep the breath nice and long and smooth. Ujjayi pranayama, constricting the throat. You can always add the ha sound, the humming sound, the oming, or even Om Namo Namaha, or just Om Namo. So find your own practice with this. Lengthen the breath. We're preparing for pranayama. Seated pranayama at the end of the class. Open that rib cage. You can come to one side. I want you to bend the knee. We're going to bend it forward. It's a little different. This is how my teachers do this in Chennai sometimes. So just bending the knee forward, and then inhale, bring the arm along the ear. Exhale, bring the hand back and look down and away. Inhale, coming up, and we're going to go right to the other side. Exhale, bend the knee. If this is uncomfortable in the knee, feel free to turn it out and just work on one side for a while. Inhale, arm at the side, lengthen it. Exhale, hand up. Turn the head, look away. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands down. And we'll do another round. So just keep this going. I'll do it with you a few more rounds. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend that left knee. Align those shoulders if you can. Inhale, arm along the ear. Exhale, hand to the sky, look down and away. Inhale, come up. You could do this with straight legs as well if this bended knee doesn't work for you. Exhale, coming down. It's a variation of Parsha Konasana. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hand up, look away. Inhale, coming up. Just keep this going your own time. One more round on your own, and then you can come to samastiti if you like. And coming to samastiti. Notice how you feel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. We're coming up. One more Om. Now filling with radiance all around you. Exhale, waterfall. Om Namo. Om Namo. Inhale through that radiance all around you. Om Namo. This one, Om Namo Namaha, 2 times. Om Namo Namaha. Last time. Om Namo Namaha. Stay at the bottom. Breathe. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale for a bend if you prefer. Bend the knees as you exhale. Inhale, straighten. And you're ready to come up. All right, so moving into twists. We're gonna have a similar pattern, starting with Untitled Chapter, and then moving into the Parsha Konasana, Parvati, which I haven't done with you in a while, but we're going to play with that. So feet parallel, inhale, arms coming up, exhale, just starting with the shoulders, moving side to side, keep the hips facing forward. Inhale, center. I like to bring the shoulder blades together as I inhale and then exhale. The side, keep the hips forward. Just doing this for 3 rounds. Actually, let's do 4 rounds. So this thoracic mobilization, moving the upper back, neck, and shoulders, is very good for stress and also for pain management. Makes us feel more joyful, more peaceful. Just finishing up your last one. So bring the hands down. Okay, we're going to take it a little lower now. Inhale, center. And exhale, you're going to come to your left. Hands coming down. Inhale, center. Exhale, just keeping high so that you're in your upper back, neck, and shoulders. And then you can gradually start working your way down the leg if you like. You can always bend the knee. And you can always add the top arm if it doesn't hurt your upper back, neck, and shoulders. Your focus can be straight ahead, it can be down and away, or it can be up. Just notice what feels right for you this morning. And take a break with the arms anytime in the center. Your hands can also come to the center of the mat when you start coming down below the waist. You can have a chair there, prop. Notice the pause between inhale and exhale. And maybe lengthen that pause, holding after exhale. Half the length of the exhale. In this particular pose, you move your head last and first. So when you go into the exhale movement, you turn your head, if you're turning it, the very last thing, and then when you inhale, you untwist the head first and then add the rest of the body. So it's a little bit different than some of the other poses. Just doing this in your own timing. Adding that hold after exhale. Just do one more round. Let's take a break from the samastiti and just rest here for a moment. Feel free to do a forward bend if you feel your body needs it. Otherwise, we're going to go right into the next pose. Place your hands at your heart if you like. Remember your intention again. Feel free to do a forward bend if you need it. Your lower back. Palms can be down or palms can be together. Or you can even cross the arms. It's feeling your heart, your spiritual heart. At some point in your practice, you'll feel that shower of bliss when you go into your stillness. All right, so we're going to do the twisted Parsha Konasana. So it's a nice simple version that my teachers in Chennai teach. Your feet can be parallel, or invite you to turn your feet out a little bit so when you bend, it's a little more comfortable for the knees. I forgot to mention that in the side one. You can also turn your feet out a bit. So that's a modification. Just notice what feels good in your body. Inhale, you're gonna bring your arms up. Exhale, you're gonna come to your left. Now bend your knee over that second toe and see if you can twist a little bit and just align your shoulders, just that. Inhale, center, and exhale, other side. The beginning of Parsha Konasana, you could add that extended arm as a next step on an inhale, but we're not going to do that part today. We're just going to go side to side. Working towards aligning the shoulders. You could have a chair in front of you that you, or a block that you bring your hand to, that you use. Block here, for example. Just notice if one side is easier than the other to twist to. Don't forget about this one because it's not in my personal practice, but then I remember it and I'm like, oh, that's such a beautiful pose. And you can eventually bring your hand all the way down to your foot for some of you. So the inside or the outside of the foot, you could do that. Classically, it's the little toe side of the foot, but that's quite a rotation, so be careful. And then I'm going to go side to side, but if you want to move on, you stay in the pose, and then you add the arm, and then on your next inhale, you bring it along your ear, exhale back, inhale up. That's quite a bit, so just be a little careful if you're going to that version. Looks quite different than the usual Western version that you see. And we're just going to finish up. Coming to your samstiti for a moment, just rest. And then we're going to do a prasarita pada uttanasana forward bend. So what I enjoy about those Chennai versions of those poses is that you get to go side to side. You're not doing one side and then the other. Bring your feet apart so they are nice to experiment with if they don't hurt your knees. They don't go as deeply into the hips, so they're just a little bit different. So we're going to start with the forward part of this, and then I'm going to do the twist side to side. So inhale, arms coming up front or sides. Exhale, forward bend. You can bend your knees if you like. Inhale, extend the arms in line with your ears. So I'm focusing a little bit more on the lower back. Exhale, forward bend. You can keep your legs straight or you can bend them. You can also interlock your fingers. Inhale, coming up, those interlocked fingers. You might need to remove any rings. Exhale, coming down. And remembering that as I do it, I just flip it to the other side as well. When you feel ready, finishing up. Need to take a break and walk your feet in, do so. Let's actually do that. Just don't work you too hard. Just take a moment, feel your heart. And hopefully you're starting to feel that prana move, circulation of blood, lymph. Feeling more oxygenated, or yogis call it being filled with that prana that you bring from the outside. It also is deep within you, so you clear the clouds within yourself, the obstacles, so that you can feel that manifestation of your inner energy. Okay, so we're going to do the twisted version, which is really nice for the hips, for strengthening the hips, and good for those of you with scoliosis, which it's like half the class has scoliosis today. So inhale, arms coming up, so have a little bit of that focus. Inhale here. Exhale, twisting to your left, and the fingers could be interlocked. Exhale, coming down. Your leg can be bent or straight. I like it with the bent knee because it works the hip strength a bit more. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, twisting to the other side. Just keep this going, and then the third movement is to the front. Your fingers can be interlocked or not. And again, you can do it with straight legs and you show that. Quite different. It's more of a stretch than strength. You might prefer that. And notice if one side is much easier than the other. Try to remember to start to exhale before you start to move. Even myself, after all these years, I sometimes have to remind myself it's not automatic, and that's the point, is it breaks you out of automatic process. Just automatically autopilot doing your practice, which is not the intention. So you want to have enough challenge so that you are alert and present. It's exactly what flow theory says about being in a state of flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, his work on flow. Just finishing up your last round. Can't be too easy, can't be too hard. And just stay in your forward bend. Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. You could spread the feet a bit further if you like. You're working upper back, neck, and shoulders. Hands can be forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, bend the knees, coming back. Or maybe you want to do the full pose. Hands between your legs, head coming towards the center. You could add a block for that. Or holding the big toes with the peace fingers. Always add that movement of the spine, stichi. Stay there, or if you liked, you can start bending one knee at a time as you exhale, getting to those hips a bit more. The hands can be just under your shoulders. And if you like, you can bring your whole spine over to one side as you twist. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. So decide how you want to do this. You can also have your arms at the side and just go side to side. Strengthening and stretching the hips. And the lower back, if you add that halfway up position especially. Then find your forward bend and just rest there. It's not a rest, bring your feet parallel and rest there. And in your own time, start coming up, halfway up, inhale, exhale, stay. Inhale the rest of the way up. And exhale, center. That can be quite hard on the ankles, so hope your feet and ankles are okay. And just notice how you feel. Okay, so I'm going to cross the left foot behind the right. You can do this for a bend, touching the chair or using blocks, or just our regular arms. We're going to do those 2 ohms, 2 Om Namo, and 2 Om Namo Namaha. Exhale. Om. Inhale, visualizing the radiance of the sun. It's one of the images of Brahman, that endless place of joy. Om. Crossing the feet doesn't work for you, just regular four-bend spine. Om Namo. Om Namo. Om Namo. Last 2, Om Namo Namaha. Om Namo Namaha. This is preparing the mind for meditation. It's also preparing the breath for pranayama. It's strengthening the diaphragmic breathing. Om Namo Namaha. So you do that all in one breath if you can. Inhale up and exhale, release. If your knees are okay, if they aren't, just adjust the crossing of your feet or do not cross them. Hands at the heart. Saying your sankalpa to yourself. May I be filled with endless joy, or something more meaningful for you to do with Ananda, or you can just say Ananda. Connect with it through the Sanskrit, endless joy. Okay, other side. Inhale, coming up. I'm going to bring the pitch up. Om. Inhale. And with that radiance. Om Namo, 2 times. Inhale, radiance, exhale, waterfall. Om Namo Om Namo Om Namo Namaha. Om Namo Namaha. Last time. Om Namo Namaha. Om Namo Namaha. Now coming up. So release. Samastiti. Hands of the heart. Just noticing how you feel in your body, in your breath, in your mind. These 5 layers of experience: the physical layer, the food layer, Anna, the pranic layer, the energetic layer, physiological layer, Prana, cognitive layer, mind and the senses, Mano, Maya, Manas, mind. Personality, character layer, the deeper mind, discernment, awareness, values, virtue, virtue ethics, Vijnana. And the last layer, Ānanda, endless joy through right relationships with others, with the world, with nature, and with the self, the endless, eternal self. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Ānandamaya. Maya means layer. These are layers of an onion that get peeled away through our practice until we come to our centers, that hub of awareness, as Dan Seligman calls it, that hub of awareness deep within called the Purusha. Let's come onto your backs. Your legs can be straight or bent. I'm actually going to turn this way. See me a little better. So inhale, arms coming up. Now feel free to sweep your arms to the sides instead of arms coming up overhead. So feel free to just bring them to the sides to any height that works for your neck and shoulders. You can have something under your head, a pillow or a blanket. Tadaka Mudra. I can always tell in this pose because of my scoliosis, whether my standing practice has lined me up because my hands come down evenly as I do this. If one comes down before the other, I know my body is still a bit twisted. So if you have any imbalance in your spine, just notice that. Everything feels pretty good. If it doesn't, it just means you can do a little bit more in your supine and perhaps seated practice. If you do have a seated practice that follows these supine poses, inversions if you do them, prone poses, and then we come to seated poses. That's the classical sequencing at the, as Krishnacharya taught towards the end of his life. Inhale into the chest, then into the belly, nodding the chin down. Adding a hold after inhale, perhaps. Exhale, release. Breathing from the pelvic floor up to the belly button, drawing the lower back into the floor. And the chest falls. Inhale. The back is going to move away from the floor as you inhale. You're arching the spine. You can do this with bent knees to lessen that arch. You can tuck the chin in, Ānanda Bandha. You can hold after inhale. Let's just do one more with that awareness of breath. Inhale, chest to belly, exhale, belly to chest. The next one, we're going to stay. If it's comfortable, again, adjust your legs. If your lower back is not comfortable, bend your knees. You can have a bolster behind your arms, or you can just have them at the side in that angel arm position. You can interlock the fingers, palms facing away from your head or palms together. And just breathe here, Tadaka Mudra. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in as the lower back comes to the floor. Hold after exhale. Inhale into the upper chest, middle chest, lower chest. Maybe that chin lock is getting engaged. Ānanda Bandha. Release that lock as you start to exhale into the pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in, chest falls, engaging Mula Bandha, maybe Uddiyana Bandha, stomach coming in and up, and maybe Jaladhara Bandha at the top, tucking the chin in. Holding after exhale. Release the stomach, inhale into the chest, then the belly. Keep this going your own timing. Inhale, chest to belly, exhale, belly to chest. Hold after exhale if you like. Preparing for pranayama. Exhale, hands coming down when you're ready. Lay down. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. The right leg again could be bent. Inhale, stretching your arms up as your leg comes down. Moving to the other side. Exhale, drawing the right leg in. Again, you could bend the left knee as you do this. Inhale, extend out. Let's do this 3 more times, 3 more rounds, left and right. And just rest. This is great for the lower back. Add a hold after exhale if you like. In the Uttanasana, one knee to chest. Just finishing up the last round when you're ready. Do that 3 to 4 times. We're going to add on exhale. Draw the knee in. Inhale, bring the leg up, arms overhead. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, extend the leg up, arms up. Let's keep this going. Exhale, draw the right leg in. Inhale, leg up, arms overhead to the floor behind you. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, extend again. As you're doing this, you could bend the opposite leg to make it easier. So I'm just going to show that. Do 3 rounds of this. Do up to 4. Just bring the foot down as well. I have to do all of that. And one more round. Just rest when you're done. And take a break. Done. I've got my feet on my baseboard, just keep my hips even, but that is an add-on if you like. All right, so both legs, inhale, both arms, both legs, inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest using your core strength. Inhale, extend the legs up. We're going to add on exhale. You're going to touch your toes down to the ground as your hands come by your hips. And inhale, extend out. Exhale, draw your legs in. to your chest. If this is too much, do the one leg at a time, as we did earlier. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, touching the toes down. Hands by your hips. Inhale, extending out. One more time. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, touch those toes down, drawing the lower back into the floor. And inhale, extend up. Bring the arms down and rest. When you're ready, bending the knees. You can put a block between your thighs if you like. You can put a belt on your thighs that you press out to, a block in between that you press into, or freestyle, nothing, your choice. Inhale, lift the hips up without the arms going overhead. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, add the arms coming up, lift higher. Exhale, roll down. And bring the arms down by your sides. Do that vinyasa again. Inhale, lift without the arms, lift the hips up. Exhale, stay, 2 breaths. On your next inhale, lift, bring your arms overhead, lift your hips higher. Bring your chin in towards your neck, and exhale, roll down. Last time, and stay 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Keep going. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, inhale, arms coming up, lift your hips higher. Exhale, roll the spine down with your arms coming down. Just rest for a moment. Feet apart, knees in, or just knees over the ankles. Notice what feels better in your back. Arms shoulder height, palms up or down. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the other side. Your own timing. Using this as a counter pose to Dvipadipidam, the bridge pose. Just finishing up. Staying in the center, your knees up. Inhale. Here, exhale, bring your left knee down towards your right big toe. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Going side to side, so you're keeping one knee up for this version. Goes a little bit more deeply to that hip flexor and the thigh. Just finishing up your last round. Can be very helpful for the knees if your knees are affected by tight thighs. Bringing the knees towards the chest, make sure you have room to go side to side. Inhale, center, exhale, bring your knees to your left. Now, if your shoulders come off the ground, you might want a landing pad of a block that you bring your knees to or a pillow. You're going to stay here, inhale. And then exhale, come to the other side while engaging the belly, just for safety of the back. We're going to move on exhale only. Going to the other side again, you have a block that you bring that lower knee to keep the other shoulder down. You can place your same hand as the side you're on top of the thigh. Inhale here. Exhale. And go to the other side. So just going side to side, getting into the lower back now. So we're reviewing the whole body today. Doing about 4 rounds, left to right is 1 round. Might be feeling quite a stretch in your upper back as well. Last one, bring your legs center and just realign yourself. You probably moved around a little bit. Just going to take that a little bit more deeply. So you're going to bring your hips to the right, bring your knees to the left, and just stay here in the pose. You can make the pose more intense by stretching just one leg. You could hold the foot or both legs. This is called Jatara Pravritti, classical pose. Keep that top hip, that right hip drawing down. So imagine your teacher's hand helping you with that, drawing that hip down, lengthening. See, when you like, you could also extend that lower leg and bend the top leg. So find one of those versions that's going to work for you. They're each a little bit different on the lower back and hip. Get out a hold after exhale. When you're ready, switching sides. I notice one side's quite a bit harder than the other. So come to the center, realign your spine. Got a mat today just to help with the range of poses we're doing, holding the sides of the mat. Bring your hips to the left, knees to the right. Your hips and the top of your spine, your tailbone top of your spine aligned. If your left shoulder's coming off the ground, put a big bolster, a pillow underneath that lower knee, the right knee. In this position, you might be able to extend one leg. You might need to move a little bit to get some room. You can extend both legs. Hold the big toes. You can use a belt with a loop to hold the feet as well. Just loop it on your feet and hold that loop. You can extend the lower right leg straight or bent and bend the left knee over or straighten it. All versions of Jatara Paravriti. Notice which one feels best with your lower back and hips. Now to hold after exhale. You're ready, coming out of that, back to the center. And your lower back is probably quite ready for counter pose. Let's bring the knees to the chest, Konasana. Feel free to put a pillow or block underneath the lower back to deepen the rounding of the lower back as you do this. Inhale, knees away. Exhale, knees towards you. Let's do our chanting. Om 2 times, Om Namo 2 times, Om Namo Namaha 2 times. Om. Om. Om Namo Om Namo Namaha. Om Namo Namaha. Bringing the knees to the chest if that's comfortable, putting the knees on top or underneath. Also move to happy baby, holding the outsides of the feet or holding the thighs. Holding the calves. Stretch the legs to the sky, hands to the sky. Alternatively, you can put the legs up the wall. Just rest here in the semi-inversion. Feel ready, just rest in Shavasana for a couple of minutes before we close with some Pranayama Meditation. I'm just going to do a rest. Legs can be bent. Have a bolster under the thighs if the lower back is not comfortable in this position. Stay here for the last part of the class for the Pranayama meditation and just do Ujjayi Pranayama lying here, or if you're ready, just gradually coming to a seated position in your own way, in your own time. Sit any way that's comfortable. You're welcome to sit in a chair. Comfortable. All right. So we're going to do Pratiloma Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale, Ujjayi, both nostrils. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, both. Inhale, both nostrils with Ujjayi Pranayama. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, both nostrils with Ujjayi Pranayama. So every time it's both nostrils, it's Ujjayi, constricting the throat. This is too complicated. You can just do Ujjayi, and you can do this seated or lying down. And we've worked on Maggie Mudra, bringing the first two fingers in, the last two together. Or you can just make a little beak with your hand and simplify it. I switch hands side to side, so that's another option. Classically, it's just your right hand. Inhale, both nostrils. I'll lead you through the first round, Ujjayi Pranayama, constricting the throat. Exhale, closing fully your right nostril, half closing your left. As you exhale through the left nostril, no Ujjayi here. Inhale, left nostril half closed. Exhale, both nostrils. Ujjayi Pranayama. And bring the hand down, and I switch hands on the next round. Inhale, both nostrils, Ujjayi. Place the hand, fully closed left, half closed right. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, both. This going, so making an M with the breath. You inhale, do it underside. Inhale, both. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, both. Inhale, both. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, both. Just keep this going in your own timing. We'll do this for another few rounds. Classically, you would do 12 rounds, but that takes a while. Picking a ratio that works for you. Inhale, 4 to 8 seconds. Exhale the same. You can add holds after exhale or inhale, half the length. After exhale is for letting go and langana, cleansing. Inhale, holding after inhale is about expanding and energizing. Filling up with new energy. Tend to do a lot of langana kriya before Brahma, a lot of cleansing before we build new energy. So if you want to clean your pots before you cook a new stew. And you can do no holds, just to make it very balanced. You can also do a hold after both inhale and exhale to make it balance. Finishing up your last round, moving to just Ujjayi Pranayama. When you're ready, feel free to change the position of your legs. We are at time. If you have time to stay, I'm just going to end with this chant about Brahma, Ananda, Valli. You need to go. No problem. Thank you. So just bring your intention back to your heart and remembering your intention to do with Ānanda, that endless joy. This chant is from the Taittiriya Upanishad from the Yajur Veda. Starts with Sahana Bhavati. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavachitamastu. Ma Vedishavahai. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Brahmavidapnoti param tadesha vyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma no veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman soshnute sarvan kaman saha Brahmana vipashchiteti
Tasmadva etasmadamana akashasambhutaha akashadvayuhu vayoragnihi Agnerapaha Adpya Prithvi Prithivya Oshadayaha Oshadibhyonam Anat Purushaha Sava Esha Purusho Narasamayaha Tasyedameva Shiraha Ayandakshina Pakshaha Ayamuttara Pakshaha Ayamatma Idam Pucham Pratishta Tadap Yesha Shloko Bhavati Yadakshara pataprashtam matrahinantu yad bhavet tat samyatandeva narayana namostute Srimate Narayanaya namo namaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaste. Namaskaram. Thank you very much for being with me this winter series, and I will see you back in the fall. A wonderful spring and summer. Enjoy these videos to keep practicing. Thank you.